Bueno, vamos a continuar y voy a ver si me parece que Kurt tiene la misión esta de la... Intenta golpe esto lo que quieren hacer.
Green blood, my friend. Do you need something?
Ah, vale, todavía no ha ocurrido, ¿no?
I must leave you.
Podemos pedir ayuda a Vasco.
Glad to see you, my friend. I intend to prove to the Admiral that I fully identify as a Naut once more. Without regrets, I will have to go through a test of loyalty. It will certainly be dangerous, but with your help, I am convinced that I will succeed. So, shall we go and see her?
With pleasure. Let's see what adventure she has in store for us.
Esta misión no que sea muy larga para mí. Vamos a hacerla rápido.
Come closer, good people.
Hay munición. Voy a desbloquearme ya el arma de fuego, el siguiente talento. Va a llevar... Bueno, me quedo sin maná. Dispara munición. Vamos a coger... Coja esto que quiero no desmontarlo.
Good day, my lord.
Desarde. I'm the emissary of the congregation on Tirfredi.
And cousin to the governor. I know exactly who you are. Enchanted. I am Admiral Cabral, and I see that you're accompanied by one of our own. Hardy winds, Vasco.
Hardy winds, Admiral.
You are still angry with me for keeping you ashore, are you not? You'll one day thank me for it, but I don't suppose you've come to talk to me about affectations. What can I do for you?
I've explored many ruins on this island, ruins that after careful scrutiny were built by the congregation. In one of them we found a journal that made reference to your guild. This document, as are the buildings, date much further back than the arrival of the Bridge Alliance a decade ago. These discoveries raise a good many questions, questions that my cousin would like you to answer.
I understand. All the same, we are in a difficult situation. We are bound by the Pact. I could eventually overlook these engagements if you would perform a service. Commander Fernando, who holds the port of San Mateus, has problems with certain members of Teleme. The bishop that accompanies you on occasion could without a doubt tell you more.
I won't hesitate to speak to him about it.
Solve these problems, and I will reconsider the validity of the pact. I will answer your questions. Anything else?
Oh, tenemos otra misión por aquí. Vamos a hablar de
Captain Vasco, I'm glad to see you again. Did you profit from your time on land?
I did, Admiral. That's why I've come to see you.
You want me to entrust you with a loyalty mission?
Indeed.
Very well. A short time ago, we lost one of our ships near the island. The reputation of the Norts suffered from it.
I have heard about it. An incomprehensible sinking which fueled numerous rumors.
We cannot let the land dwellers think we are losing the sea. So I need someone to investigate and restore our reputation.
At your orders, Admiral, and with pleasure.
The shipwreck is stranded on the shore, southwest of the island, not far from Buen Xavier.
Thank you, Admiral.
I'm counting on you, Captain Vasco.
Vale, tengo que ir rápido. Vamos a esto que nos dejará en el camino directamente. Vale, tenemos ahí una misión con el Petrus. Bueno, esto poco a poco iremos haciendo las cosas bien y ya está. Tampoco hay que completar la misión y punto, no tiene más. Adelante. Lo que más de hace un rato.
poison on my blade. Then let's go! Move away! Things are about to get...
Mapa. Esto tiene que hacer una hoguera.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate. Potion if you want to cast more spells. Things are about to get dicey.
¿Dónde está? Vale. ¿Será? Entonces han poblado algo. He dicho. Desbloqueamos un momentito esta zona de aquí y ya seguimos para adelante. Así más adelante hay que venir, seguramente. Alguna misión aquí habrá que venir. Dejamos todo aquí descubierto. Vale. Vamos a ir primero. Tenemos que ir para abajo. Vamos a salir a combate. 2 de 3. Vamos a coger el mineral que hay aquí. Pero cuando tengamos ya los mejores equipos para ponerle las mejores cosas convenientes para... Pero aquí no. Tenemos que ir otra vez al poblado. Y coger por aquí. Ahí vamos y otro interrogante. O es la otra... Por aquí no. Los muros estos invisibles, tío. Podía pasar entre los dos telares esos, pero... Los dos fuera, pero no me deja. Unos fogatas o... incienso este talento. A ver qué es. Tenemos combate delante, sí o sí. A ver qué rápido va el agua por ahí, ¿no? Me van a ver sí o sí, ¿no? Eso.
And let's go! Move away! Things are about to get dicey! You're running out of energy! Drink the potion! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
Hierro. No sé qué mantener para aquí delante porque hay que entrar a la cueva. tenemos que ir a ese barco, parece que aquí cruzado toda la cueva. Y en la cala esa. Talento. Vale. Nivel 20 o... no, nivel 20. Nivel 16 o más estatuillas de esa, o depende. Mira, no me pasa. Vale. Vale, hay un murciélago que está ahí arriba. Así que por ahí no voy a empezar. Mapa. Pasaré por ahí. Ya hay cuerpos por aquí.
Look, there it is. I didn't think your ships could break like this.
Mierda. Un bicho de esos. Vamos a matarlo de todas formas.
And let's go! Take a potion if you want to cast more spells. Let's see if we can ward off this fight. Move away. Things are about to get dicey. Running out of energy. Drink a potion. Let's see if we can ward off this fate. Move away. Things are about to get dicey. Potion if you want to cast more spells. Move away. Things are about to get dicey. I need healers. You can ward off this fate. You're running out of energy. Drink a potion. Move away. Things are about to get dicey. Take a potion if you want to cast more spells.
Reacciona. Seguridad. Pasión de poder. Pasión de mayor. Pasión de mayor superior.
Let's see if you can ward off this fate. Move away. Things are about to get dicey. You're running out of energy. Drink a potion.
Pues necesito yo... un milagro. Que estos bichos se pueden mucho.
Let's see if you can ward off this fate. Take a Things are about to get dicey. Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
10 PS, tío. ¿Cómo cojones me pongo un decreto? Y de maná vida. Muy bien. Bueno, entonces tengo el otro pegándolo.
Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
Que no tengo hasta no tengo un colgante que me trae 25 o 30 de mana por segundo. Se nota un montón la transformación de mana que tenemos durante el combate. Y bueno, estos son combates que son jefes que son duros. No creo que
Things are about to get dicey.
a que hará 35 golpes más o menos de furia.
Things are about to get dicey.
De esto nos falta más.
Move away. Things are about to get dicey. Greedfall. I can't hold on much longer.
Da igual, no hace falta.
Move away. Things are about to get dicey.
Un golpe más y furia. Muere.
Corpses are chained up. These beasts were captive. Could they have died during the sinking?
I have the feeling that the enormous creature we fought is responsible for this.
O un bicho menos. A ver.
It looks like an enormous cage. But look.
It's been broken. Is this ringing any bells for anyone else?
The hull was torn apart. And given the way that the wood is broken, it came from the inside. Damn it. What happened here?
There are scratch marks almost everywhere on the wood. But they do not look like the marks a reef would make.
This ship was apparently carrying creatures from the island. The largest one managed to escape and made a hole in the hull as it tried to run away, just like in Serene. The sailors didn't stand a chance.
The Admiral will not be satisfied with our deductions. She will want concrete proof. Let's keep searching.
Matar al bicho para poder coger lo que hay aquí en la cueva. Ahora te debería matar al jefe y coger esto, pero lo he hecho antes. Me preocupa, bueno. Aquí han conseguido embarcar una criatura no había confiado después de darle pociones. Digamos, esto es como la criatura del principio en Serene. Le habrán dado poción de sueño o lo que sea, el bicho se ha despertado, no le hace más efecto y han encallado.
All the clues seem to corroborate the captain's journal. This is the same thing that happened at the harbor in Serene. The Guardian who was locked up on the boat freed itself and ripped apart the hull of the boat to get out.
Yes. And my brothers had no means of saving their lives or the ship, alas. Let's go back and explain this to the Admiral. The captain's journal will serve as proof.
Vale. Pues vamos para arriba. Bueno.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
Regarding the mission you entrusted Captain Vasco with,
We have come to give our conclusions.
I'm listening.
We examined the shipwreck and the surrounding area. A creature they carried on board managed to set itself free. An enormous beast. It made a hole in the hull and caused the sinking. We could only find dead bodies.
Alas, I was expecting it. May the sea be their shroud. We shall not forget them. Did you find anything?
The captain's journal tells the tale of the ship from their departure to the sinking.
Thank you, Vasco. It seems that the potions of the Alliance failed us once more. And rest assured, we will never transport another one of those creatures. They are too dangerous for our ships. Our honor is safe, thanks to you. You have proven your loyalty, and you have regained my trust. What you have achieved for us all deserves to be a part of your history, Vasco. I will send someone to tell the tattooist. He'll be waiting for you.
Vamos, que le van a tatuar la cara a alguien.
I have come to receive my tattoo. The Admiral should have informed you.
Indeed, Captain. Congratulations. Well, take a seat. You know the drill.
What do you think about it? I feel more Nort than ever.
great. Congratulations, Vasco.
De 5 puntos Voy a hacer un cambio en... Toma la misión de... Periodista de expedición.
The valley is vast. We should get to a vantage point if we want to find this expedition. Over there. Tents. This must be the expedition's camp.
They do not look in very good condition. Let's have a closer look.
Signs of combat. They were attacked. By the look of the tents and the campfire, it dates back several days. It seems they were taken prisoner. I don't see any bodies. No weapon leaves this sort of marking. Perhaps they were wielding magic.
Yes. It is the art of the Donegada. One of the valley clans was here.
Would you know which one?
One who fights against the invasion of the peoples from your island. I can be sure of nothing more.
Why would they attack scholars? They're not warriors.
They come here as conquerors. This is enough. But they were not killed. Warriors would have been.
This looks like scientific equipment. This must be the Lost Expedition's campsite. This looks like the journal of a naturalist. There are sketches of flora and fauna. There is no doubt. We are definitely on the trail of the Lost Expedition. It seems that one of the team kept a distance from the others. Let's see what we can discover. A trail of blood. That cannot be good. Follow it.
A bit of poison on my...
Ya resulta cada vez más fácil matarlos.
More blood. We're on the right path. Keep going. A corpse. The clothes cannot be mistaken. It is a scholar of the Bridge Alliance. From the looks of him, I would say he's been dead for days, as we already thought. This isn't the woman whose journal we found. There is still a chance that she remains alive.
This man traded his life for all the suffering of my people.
It was only a scholar, a sage, not a warrior on the battlefield.
Do you think my people see a difference when bridgemen steal our people from their beds? From who do you think all the clans hide dead children?
I have heard stories from the natives describing Bridger atrocities. If they are true, this violent attack, though tragic, would be justified.
I'll search the body. We might find something to help us understand.
Vale, una llave.
Here is the isolated camp mentioned in the journal. Everything is in order, but the inhabitants are no longer there. Its position would have allowed them to escape the attack.
It's like being in a crow's nest. The view we have over the valley is an ideal observation point.
It is a journal. That of a woman from the expedition, a certain Afra. She speaks of their research and relates here that she felt watched. She feared an attack was brewing. I believe she was right. The writing stops mid-sentence.
Let's hope she's still alive, as well as her colleagues, or our mission will be a short one.
We must follow the tracks of the attack. They will certainly lead us to our party of intrepid scientists.
This woman was right to fear the Donea Exregao. They must have followed this path coming from the swamp. This is where we should go if we want to find these lion scholars.
Vale. Tenemos que volver al campamento para atrás. Poco a poco ya cogiendo esto un poco de forma. Yo cuando quieran hacer una cosa con campos tan abiertos, con tan poco contenido, digamos, meter mob por meter, yo creo que es un desgaste al final, que si lo hacen un poquito más cortito, con más enriquecido el terreno.
Look, those are islanders. They might be from the clan that attacked the Bridger camp.
That's possible. They look like trackers. But what are they?
Renaise!
We won't let you take us. We will not kneel down without a fight.
Wait! We have no desire to fight you. We only want to find the lion sages. They are not warriors, but their chief is ready to send an army of warriors to liberate them. If you help us bring them back, you will save your tribe from a costly battle in lives.
He speaks truly. Look, one of them is already eager to bring lion warriors back to us.
All we wanted was for them to tell us where our brothers are being kept.
What good is this if we must leave our camp behind? Very well. Stay away from the main entrance. Our guards will not welcome your arrival.
Pass around. There is a smaller entrance hidden there. The lions are kept in a home in ruins.
There must be a key somewhere to open the door, but I know not where it is kept.
I'm not here to kill you.
Tell me then, what is your intended purpose?
We were sent to look for you.
Apologies, but allow me to express my doubts.
After this little swim, you could always try to pull the trigger.
Who sent you to find me?
We were not looking for you in particular, but the entire expedition. It was Governor Burren who asked us to find you. He's worried about you. You haven't been reporting.
You should have said that straight away. I must admit, I was hoping for a rescue of a different nature. Do you have a name?
Desade. I'm from the congregation.
The new governor's cousin, who wears an islander face. I've heard stories about you. And them?
Captain Vasco. Though I realize I am quite far from the sea.
I am Siora, daughter of Bladnid, from the people that your own capture and torture.
I've never taken anyone. On the contrary, we had hoped to exchange our knowledge with your own. This is a rather odd group. I am Afra, a scholar from the Bridge Alliance. It is rather rare to find me rolling in the marshes. I study the fauna and flora of this isle. I should imagine you have many questions.
We saw the site where you were attacked. What exactly happened?
We were taken by surprise. One moment everything was calm, and the next a war party of natives fell upon us. I had an uneasy feeling and kept myself apart, but when I heard my fellow scholars' shouts, I rushed over. Most of my companions are incapable of defending themselves, and we didn't have guards to protect us. One of them tried to flee, but they brought him down. We decided to give ourselves up to avoid a massacre.
What has happened since the attack? How long have you been in these marshes?
We were taken prisoner and were brought to a village nearby. I was able to escape while the others were taken to a house that they use as a prison. I wanted to join the Bridge Alliance frontier post not far from here, but I wasn't able. So I doubled back to keep watch of the village from a distance. I have been hoping to find a way to free my companions, without any success so far.
Have you made progress in your search for a cure?
We were studying some quite remarkable plants when we were attacked. The region is rife in unknown and novel species. Some seem incredibly promising. The local shamans know all these plants and they use them in their remedies. If only we had been able to converse with them rather than getting ourselves captured.
Could you lead us to the village where your colleagues are being held prisoner?
Certainly. We are oh so very close. And I fully intend to participate in this rescue. I'm not one to sit around and twiddle thumbs.
Vale, vamos a seguirla. Voy a ir un poquito más rápido, ¿no? ¿no? En serio. No, son lentos, madre mía. Está cuando quiera subir. Ah, vale. Esto es más rápido, ¿eh? No hablan, no dicen nada, no hay conversación, ¿o qué? Bueno, lo voy a subir. El campamento. Ya en serio, tío. Está por tocando la puta nariz el juego, ¿eh? Y cortarla, seguirla. Un momentito, el campamento este a desbloquearlo y...
This is where the natives took your colleagues.
Yes, it is here. These ruins are being used as a camp by the native raiders.
There are so many of them. Better to remain discreet.
I have spied on the camp and discovered where my colleagues are being held. They are being kept in the old walls of the main ruin.
Esta noche. ¿Me puedo hablar o qué? Puta, esperar aquí, ¿vale?
I would rather avoid unwarranted deaths. We should wait until nightfall and look around the camp to find a more discreet way to get inside.
Indeed, it would be wiser than trying to get in through the gate.
Mira, ahora sí me sigue al ritmo que yo quería. No tengo nada de combates. Ninguno. Pero ninguno, ¿eh? Voy a probar a entrar por aquí. Por detrás. A ver qué pasa. A ver, quiero que pase por... por aquí seguro. Y no hay nada. Vamos bien por donde voy. Mira, ahí está tu hija. Todas antes menos.
Take a potion if you want to cast more spells.
Espera que no hago yo ahora, pero no. No aprieta mucho. No tengo lo que yo quiera de objetos. hacemos lo que vamos a rescatarlo. Hay un cofre.
I fled as they were about to lock my companions inside a cell. We're going to need a key.
Please, Honor Manawi, let's try to avoid a fight.
Me parece que lo voy a cargar. No me va a servir esto. Vamos a intentarlo. Mapa. Parece que vamos bien. Aquí tenemos un cofre. Esa hora nunca. Vale. Vale, que por aquí también se puede ya venir. Vale. Tenemos que venir por aquí también. Y más sencillo. Bueno. Pero no es tan sencillo si no consigo la estatuilla en el punto este. Coño, me asusta abajo, tío. Qué cabrón me va a asustar.
Afra, is that you?
Come quickly. We don't have much time. Thank you for your help.
Do not thank me yet. We are still in a shipload of danger.
sequito que llevo, ¿no? A ver, se van a pelear ahora para subir, mira. Ahí, ahora voy yo. Mira, mira, 15 febrero. Mira. Ahí, mira. Me oigan 4 por subir. Mira, 15 horas. Mira, vasco, tengo que subir. Mira, vasco, sube. Ah, no, no voy a subir. Llega Pascua y todavía están ahí subiendo los planes. Yo podía empezar a subir otro. Pero cuando queréis subir todo, esos dos últimos son de relleno, pero bueno.
Find a way to get out of this valley without putting my companions in danger.
No, por aquí no podemos coger. Entremos a Chubín. Está bien. ¿Y esto? ¿Y esto es para hacer? No sé, la que hay arriba. Que manda narices, tío. Que manda narices. Rápido.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! And let's go!
Trakarid, mercy, you have defeated us. Spare us our lives.
If you spare them, they will only hunt us down until we are all dead.
No, you have our word. We have been bested. We will let you move on in peace.
How can we trust you? You attacked our camp when we were not even armed.
They are savages. They had us caged like beasts.
We only sought to learn where you have caged our people.
Spare their lives. I beg you. They were only fighting to save the lives of those that have disappeared.
Very well. Leave. And I hope you keep your word.
Thank you, Onol Manawi. I have spoken, and I will honor my words. Kwa awalam seg.
We are no longer in danger. Thank you for your help, Desade.
I must admit, the reasons for my being here are not entirely selfless. Your research to find a remedy against the Malachor could save many lives in our cities as well.
You speak like a true man of science. Cut to the point. Then you'll be thrilled. Your heroic efforts to save us from those savages could help. We've made a discovery.
Is that right? In that case, we need to speak with Governor Burham immediately.
Very well. I'll accompany you.
Let's be off.
Pues bueno, ya tenemos una misión ya casi completada.
Sir Desade, and our expedition. I thank you sincerely for having brought them back, Excellence. You are a providential man.
Please, sir. It was you who convinced me and my cousin of the capital importance of their research.
Research that has borne fruit, Your Excellency.
Truly? This is excellent news. You have found a plant with sufficient properties?
Not exactly. Know that during our captivity, an island woman visited the camp. The natives called her Tiena Hac Cadactus and treated her with utmost reverence. I heard them talk about a remedy, a universal remedy it seemed, that she had concocted.
How's that? Liamat radidnais yachtem?
Well, I grasp the basic of the local tongue, and I am certain to have heard the word yag. Remedy.
Surprising. But the Terna Hach is very powerful and very wise. It is possible that she did craft such a remedy.
Bueno. ¿Cómo van las cosas de reputaciones? A ver. Insular amistosa congregación. Vale. ¿Cómo va esto? Me falta un punto. Ya tengo esto. Luego le meteré estos 4 puntos y la escopeta. Al 16 voy a meterle este primero. Luego meteré más. La panacea vamos a dejarla un poquito. Es que podemos hacerla aquí. Esa misión va a ser larguísima. Vamos a hacer el culto del demoníaco. Pero para allá vamos a ir a la embajada y vamos directo. Bueno, ya tenemos todos los integrantes del grupo. Vamos a hablar con este. A Vasco lo quitamos. Ponemos a Petros. Y hablamos con él.
Ah, my child, I'm happy that you are here. I've had an idea that I wish to present to you.
Please do.
I've known the Mother Cardinal for quite some time. She is a formidable woman, gifted and diplomatically skilled. I fear that your cousin might be a little defenseless when dealing with her, and would like to give him a few weapons.
What do you have in mind?
Diplomacy is not only a matter of formal encounters and choreographed etiquette. If we had the means to action more personal leverage, the Mother Cardinal could not manipulate your cousin.
How could we ever find anything of that sort?
Everyone has nasty little secrets, my child. It's our task to discover Cornelia's.
Very well. Let's go and discover what the governor would rather keep hidden from the world.
Excellent.
How would you like to go about this?
We must search her apartments in St. Matthias. They'll be guarded, of course. But if we are discreet, that shouldn't be a problem.
This is taking quite a risk. The congregation's reputation could suffer if we're caught, and my cousin's position would be weakened.
I know. But keep in mind that I know the palace extremely well. And if we want to be sure to pass without being noticed, we need only dress ourselves up as servants.
That would improve our chances. Well, let's do it.
Vale. De embajada a embajada. Tu equipo. mapa. Vamos a hablar con la gobernadora, a ver qué nos cuenta. A ver qué descubrimos. Vamos para arriba. Vamos a hablar con...
Ah, Your Excellency. The Enlightened must have sent you. I would like to ask a favor of you.
I'm listening.
As you may be aware, we suspected this island might be the one St. Lucius wrote about.
Did you?
We did, but let me explain. This island was where St. Matthias lived at the end of his life, and where he founded a perfect community. Some time ago, we created a village which we called Eden, following his example. We chose this place as it seemed to be the closest to the one described in the Holy Scriptures. It is a home to a community of converted islanders, accompanied and guided in their budding faith by our theologians. As you can imagine, it is of the utmost importance to us. All the more so because we discovered some tablets there, which were engraved by our founder.
An extraordinary discovery that confirms your suspicions.
I see you understand. Alas, these tablets were stolen, probably by the islanders who still reject our influence. I know that you are generally well accepted by the natives. That is why I was hoping that you could help us to retrieve what belongs to us.
I suppose I could go to Eden and try and retrieve them.
Marvelous. The leader of the community, Father Justinius, will be able to answer your questions. May the Enlightened assist you in this holy quest, Your Excellency.
A ver. Me había equivocado. Vale, tengo que ir abajo. A ver, ¿qué secreto esconde? Vale. Arriba nos dejamos seguramente alguna llave. ¿No? Vale. Parece no me gusta la orientación que hay en el centro arriba de la pantalla, para nada. Vale, un momentito. Un momentito. Ahora veréis por qué voy ahí primero, antes de bajar.
Come closer. Don't hesitate. Welcome to the...
Comprar... mira, anillo. Me mejora un 6 puntos nada más. Incluso este azul es mucho mejor, vale. Aturdir es menos, pero... 22. Me compro este. A lo que iba. Esto, ¿dónde está? Chaleco...
Goodbye. May the enlightened
Equipo.
always keep you in his divine blessing.
Vale. Con esto ya nos podemos infiltrar en caso que nos detecten, pero... Esto es por prevenir. Se puede entrar sin que te vean seguramente. Sigamos en sigilo. Pero vamos a entrar en sigilo para que lo veáis, pues si no queréis hacerlo de modo lento, está lo más rápido. Esto ya no me ha llegado. ¿Veis que el tío ahora no está? A lo mejor esperáis que el tío se ponga a la puerta. ¿Veis? ¿Veis por aquí? El tío pone a mirar por ahí y yo voy por aquí. Ese es en el caso que no viera, pero no nos ve. Vale.
Ah, well. This is a very unique place. The smell of stupor and vice reign as its masters.
You're not wrong. We should search this place. For goodness sake! This room reeks of alcohol.
And not just any old alcohol, if my nose does not deceive me. Cornelia always had great taste when it came to drinking.
¿Qué más hay por aquí? Si ves que estoy un poco parado, pues tengo el té a... Estoy tomando
It
té.
seems that someone forgot
Tengo
their
que
earring.
soltar los
Here's an
controles en
object of
momento.
more than questionable taste. A woman from a good family would never wear it. It's junk. The kind of thing a courtesan would wear.
I didn't know you were an expert on the subject, Father.
The subject of jewelry?
No, of courtesans.
We are here at the heart of human depravity. Outrageous luxury, excessively priced alcohol, obvious debauchery.
Surely this is enough to incriminate the Mother Cardinal.
No, my child. These things are common in certain circles, even in Theleme, unfortunately. Cornelia may well have organized these things for others. These parties might be of use in gaining some political favor. We must find out who is involved and learn more.
The earring that we found may help us with that. We could ask at the brothel if it belongs to a prostitute.
We should continue searching. Perhaps we missed something.
Vale. Aquí no nos dejamos nada, ¿no? Un momentito esta habitación, por si acaso.
Locked.
La cosa llave. Ya sabemos lo del barro. Este libro cuenta una gran cantidad de Este libro de cuenta lista una gran cantidad de préstamos hechos por el prestamista llamado La Borraca. Por cada gasto hay una entrada de dinero que se cancela completamente. Las sumas son astronómicas, que sin embargo...
This document is highly important. By reading it carefully, you could learn a lot. The Mother Cardinal apparently borrows large amounts of money from a moneylender. Actually, enormous sums.
What's more, she does so quite regularly. How does she manage to give it all back?
And the name Candy Cane crops up several times. Quite suspicious, don't you think?
This sweet person must be doing her huge favors to get these sums. I think we have everything we need. There is probably a connection between these pleasure parties and the account books. Let's ask a few questions.
The moneylender is well established. He can be found near the main square. As for this Candy Cane, the name doesn't ring any bells to me, but the moneylender must know more about him.
We can also go and gather information at the Coin Tavern. Perhaps the manager knows him.
A ver, vamos a mirar el orden de la misión. A tabernero, a prostituta, interroga al corredor apuesta, interroga a prestamista. Vale, ese va a ser el orden. Pues no hacía falta haber comprado las cosas, pero bueno. Pues venimos a tener que nos pillen, que tenéis que volver ahí a comprarlo y después tener guardado. Antes de nada, equipo otra vez al... Este no. Ciencia... Momento. A ver, mapa. Mapa, no hay herrero, ¿no? No hay herrero aquí. No hay herrero. Bueno. Vamos a ir un momento. Quería a ver si podía ponerle a papelería. Ya cuando vaya serene lo haré. Rápido. Yo siempre recomiendo coger todos las cajetas porque se va reiniciando aquí o no. Son ítems que nos pueden servir o para craftear cuando tengamos más niveles. Vale.
May the enlightened bless you.
Bueno. Aquí está la guardia. Vamos a hablar primero con el tabernero.
Can I get you anything?
I'm here for something else. Can I ask you a couple of questions?
If you wish. What would you like to know?
What can you tell me about a certain Candy Cane?
Candy Cane? Everyone speaks about him, or has heard of him, but no one really knows him.
And what do they say about him?
Here, nothing. You need to go downstairs for that sort of thing.
To the games room and the brothel?
Yes, that's more the kind of place where they'd talk about him.
You sometimes deliver goods to your big clients, isn't that right?
Of course. The rich don't like to get drunk among mere mortals.
And have you ever supplied anyone from the palace?
Yes, that has happened. It suits them.
And who places these orders?
Well, a steward, of course. Don't you know how things work?
A woman? Dressed in a long green cloak?
No, the steward is more discreet. On the other hand, the person in the big green coat, the steward speaks to her sometimes. They know each other or work together.
Do you think that the Mother Cardinal may have ever been here?
Are you drunk or something?
I have to go. I will leave you to your work.
Vale. No nos va a dar proporcionar ahora más cosas. Hasta que no hablemos la correa de apuestas. No. Primero aquí dentro, luego corredor opuesto, luego corredor acá.
A feast for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen, and it's free. Come and see me as soon as you have made your choice. You won't be disappointed. Of that I can assure. So, have you found what you were looking for?
Let's just say that I'm gathering information.
My treasures are worth their price. I promise you that you will get your money's worth. For you, I'm sure we can make a special arrangement.
Here you are.
Thank you, my lord. I'll let you take your pick.
Thank you.
Vamos a mirar. Tengo 3 aquí. Y por aquí ninguno, ¿no? A ver, pendiente. Aquel no lo llevaba seguro. Segurísimo. Vamos a mirar un momentito. La veo yo más nerviosa, ¿no?
There are too many of you for me alone, my little lambs.
Sorry, madam, but we're here to ask other favors of you. This question might seem a little surprising, but do you know who this earring might belong to?
Why? It's mine. I lost it when... How did you get hold of it?
Are you sure you want to broach that subject here?
You're right. Come with me. Well? What do you want? Why are you giving me back my earring?
You know where we found it, don't you?
Obviously. I realized as soon as I got back that I'd lost it.
I imagine your pimp does not know that you take part in these parties. He doesn't dabble in this at all?
No. Do not say anything to him, I beg you. He's on my case enough as it is.
Then I suggest you answer my questions.
What would you like to know?
Could you tell us who you saw at the parties?
Rich people, or better. They seemed very rich and important to me. But I don't know them.
En mi imaginación, o ahí hay unos fallos de lectura por donde está el escote. O una cinta del vestido que está mal, digamos, mal diseñado. Que parece que se ve transparente. Vamos a ver.
Do you know who organizes these parties?
Not really, no. A steward pays me when I go, but I don't see anyone else, apart from the clients.
You can't even give me a single name.
No. The only person who sometimes speaks to this steward is a woman who is always wearing a green coat. She never takes part in the festivities, but the steward rushes over whenever she arrives.
Do you think that an important person from Calais could have partaken in these soirees?
You're thinking of Mother Cardinal, aren't you? You lot really think we are a bunch of degenerates.
You're hardly a shining example of virtue, my child. Just answer our questions.
Sorry, Father, I don't know the Mother Cardinal, but I strongly doubt she dabbles in that.
You don't think you could recognize her, and you don't think you've crossed paths. What a testimony. Admit it, you must know more than you're letting on. It's virtually impossible not to recognize someone while being so close to these influential people, wouldn't you agree?
Well, I was able to recognize someone, once. Even with a mask on, I'm good at recognizing my clients.
Please continue. I'm all ears.
I don't want to implicate anyone, but he is of no real importance, and you've probably never even heard of him. It's the local moneylender.
I know very well who you're referring to, my dear.
But I didn't mention anything to you, huh? This stays between us.
I don't even remember the subject of this conversation anymore. This woman in the green coat, could you tell me about her?
She always hides her face and never joins us. Then she disappears into a little office and locks the door.
I see. She is quite important then. Do you know someone who goes by the name of Candy Cane?
Everyone does. He is a powerful person, so his name makes the rounds.
Have you ever spotted him at these pleasure parties?
In all honesty, I wouldn't even be able to recognize him. I've heard his name before, but that's all.
Thank you for your help.
Be sure not to mention this to anyone. I'd lose my clients if they suspected me of speaking about them, you know.
Vale, un momentito. Tenía el harto porque está en medio. No creo que tire el ordenador. En combate no creo que tiren. No creo que me tire mucho. Luego lo...
Good day.
Welcome. You here to wager? To fight?
On what would we be betting?
On the fights in the arena. You never heard of them? Quite a few come here and bet fortunes.
And do they win?
A few do. Others have less luck. But they do get the thrill either way, you see. And that's all that counts.
What is this arena?
It's a place of great pomp and entertainment, where all manner of fights take place. Men, women, savage beasts, island monsters. People are coming from everywhere on the island to participate, or to bet.
I imagine that the name Candy Cane rings a bell.
Obviously, even though I would prefer it wasn't the case. He's a sort of organizer. He captures most of the beasts who fight in the arena.
How is that a problem?
Apparently, he's fixed a few fights. These kind of rumors aren't good for my business.
If that's the case, why don't you stop him?
He has friends, protectors. Without solid evidence, no one will lift a finger. And the only ones who wanted to speak of his cartel have disappeared.
Do you know where I can find him?
He often hangs out around the port at night, but I strongly advise you to stay away from the guy.
I know how to look after myself. Thanks for the information. I must be going.
Next time, then.
Ahora sí podemos hablar con el tabernero de veces.
Can I get you anything? Look who it is. I feel that once again you're not here to support my business.
I'm looking for a woman who comes here. She always wears a long green coat.
Yes, I have seen this coat before, but I have no idea who is beneath it, if that's what you're asking. All I know is that I've seen her speaking to a regular, a steward of the palace who comes to place big orders. Always prime choice.
I have to go. I will leave you to your work.
Antes le pregunté por la capa, yo creo que primero que habla el orden que estamos puestos. Primero habrá que haga prostituta, el correo de puesta y luego con el tabernero. A ver, un momentito. Intergorra, correo de puesta. A tener que preguntarle por la cómo de la casa de puesta. Madre Cárdenas, ay, madre mía. ¿Puedo dar alguna pregunta?
Good day.
Welcome. You here to wager? To fight?
I'm looking for someone. A woman wearing a big green coat.
Yeah, I know who you mean. She's a good client. She comes in, especially for the big fights, and she has prime information.
Do you know where I can find her?
No, I don't even know her name.
She wouldn't happen to be coming back to collect some winnings, would she?
No, and I can't really tell you when she'll show up next.
I must be going.
Ahora sí.
Next time, then.
Antes que ponía la... Madre Cardenal, o sea, el nombre me da igual. Voy a hacerme un cambio, quiero hacerme un cambio rápido, tengo que ir a dormir esta noche para ir a hablar con... No, tengo que hablar primero, interrogar... Sí. Tengo que hablar con Raca primero. Pero me voy a poner... A ver, ¿dónde está la casa? Está aquí, vale. Tengo que ir por aquí, derecha y derecha, vale. Porque he visto que si ahora no está hablando, así que no va a tener mucha reverencia aquí, así que podría ponerme a Kurt, que es de la guardia de la moneda, y puede hacer algo. Antes de nada, equipo. Podría ponerme este, pero no. Este es otro. Este es suyo. Y este es suyo. Y arma. Todavía no puedo ponerle este. Agilidad 3. Agilidad 4. Me parece que va por niveles. Depende de los niveles que yo vaya subiendo. Mira, este sí tiene el arma de... Y el otro arma... Vale, va bien. Vale, forma de equipo. Aparte. Me habla con el prestamista. Luego habrá hablar con el varón caramelo. Y a ver qué descubrimos. ¿Dónde está el prestamista? Me equivoco. Ah, vale. Tengo que ir por aquí. Después de esta vamos a hacer la misión esta que nos ha encomendado la madre cardenal. Pues me parece que va a ser bastante interesante.
Can I help you?
Yes, actually. I have a small favor to ask.
You don't look like you need money from me.
I'll get straight to the point. I have bad news for you. I know about the decadent parties at the palace. I know that you take part in them.
What? But what are you talking about?
Stop acting all innocent. I have all the evidence I need to incriminate you. Although your reputation isn't spotless, there are others who have a lot more at stake than you. What if I were to spread it around town that you boast about being there? You know what happens when tongues wag too much.
That's enough! All right, I get the message. What do you want?
Tell me about Candy Cane.
We're not close, if that's what you want to know. I just know his name, like everyone else. I mean, there are some rumours. They say he does his business in the basement of the Coin Tavern.
What kind of business?
Oh, nothing to do with my line of business. He deals in arena fights, which would be on me.
It would appear that you know the Mother Cardinal very well. I know that she borrowed money from you. I even know how much. What I want to know is why.
I have no idea. Do you really think that my clients tell me everything about their lives?
Does she still owe you money?
No, she always pays me back on time, and with interest.
Do you think she's plundering the city funds?
Ha! If that were the case, the funds would have been depleted long ago. Nah, the money's coming from elsewhere.
I would advise you to keep all of this to yourself.
I don't want any trouble. I will be as silent as a stone.
So, how do you see things, my friend?
I think that the usurer is lending money to the Cardinal, and very significant sums at that. With this money, she bets on the arena fights while hiding in a big green coat. And she also gives large amounts to a certain Candy Cane, known for fixing fights.
Not only does our dear...
Vale, esta no es que de noche lo que nos dijo... ¿Quién fue? ¿El corredor? ¿El camarero o el de la puerta? Entonces lo que vamos a hacer es echarnos un sueñecito. Tenía que haber dormido antes. Pero bueno. Saco... nota. Entonces podía subir por ahí, pero no puedo.
Come closer. Look at all of our products are approved.
Izquierda y combate. Ahí, combate. ¿Por aquí parece? No. Más adelante está. ¿Combate? No. Jarro de agua.
Good evening. Are you the one they call Candy Cane?
Who are you?
Desade, legate of the merchant congregation.
A legate, no less. I imagine in these cases, the one accompanying you is the famous Petrus.
You seem to be very well informed. Therefore, you might be able to answer my question. What do you know about a woman in a green coat?
Why would I tell you?
We know that you have business with this woman, and that she is actually the Mother Cardinal.
How did you... You would be better off forgetting that.
That's not exactly the response I'd imagined. But nevertheless, seems rather eloquent.
I told you to forget about it, or you'll soon run into trouble. Legate or no legate.
Come on, it was just an innocent little conversation. Goodbye, Mr. Kane.
Bye. And Godspeed.
We have enough information.
Really? Is the fact that she bets on fights that are potentially fixed enough for you?
It's already a huge scandal. Let me just think about it for a little while. I will find a way of putting this information to good use.
I have faith in you, Father.
Voy a dormir cuantos días, a ver si puedo salir a hacer la misión, o si no, lo pasaré yéndome donde no tengo que ir. Odio hacer un mapa. El diseño. A ver, tenemos varias pistas, ¿no? Apuestas, lucha, corredor de apuestas, prestamista, amaños de combate. Yo creo que lo único que podemos hacer es tender una trampa en la arena. Es lo que a mí me da toda la información que hemos sacado. No tiene nada, vamos a hacer esto, a ver. A dormir. A dormir. 3 días. A dormir. Nada. Vamos a ver. Petro. A ver. voy a poner bien a mano, tío. No se pone a mano. Ahora.
My dear child, what can I do for you?
What was your role at my uncle's court? Were you already an ambassador?
No. But I was part of the embassy. I had only just started my career as a diplomat back then. Ptolemy was hoping to convert the congregation, and they had sent me to spread the word. I tried to teach you some of the basics because you had a predisposition for magic, but you were so young. You preferred to run around the halls with a wooden sword in hand, chasing your cousin.
I had a meeting with Admiral Cabral concerning what we found in those ruins. She said she was bound by a pact that kept her from answering questions on the subject.
The Nauts are nothing more than mercenaries of the oceans. I suppose that she wants something in exchange.
Effectively. She told me that her men posted at San Mateus met with some problems, and she advised me to speak to you. Does that make sense?
I believe I see what the Admiral is speaking about. Or rather, who. A few of our zealous brothers are overcome by their faith. You already witnessed it for yourself at San Mateus. They look with a wary eye at all those who do not swear faith to Ptolemy, and refuse to express their faith openly. It is possible they have decided to target the Nauts. We will need to speak with those on Ptolemy lands, and of course seek out the Bishop Domitius.
I'll see you later, Father.
Take care, my child.
Vale, ya te...